What is up, guys? Zach Ginn here, and in today's video, I'm going to give you my 7 top hacks for closing more real estate wholesaling deals this year, guys. I am super excited for this one, guys, because honestly, I think we need a refresher today on closing your real estate wholesaling deals. If you want to increase your closing rate for wholesaling real estate, these are the hacks you're going to need, because honestly, without these hacks, you're just talking to your sellers the wrong way. There's just so much nuances that real estate wholesaling acquisitions has that you can pick up from so many different industries. And really, over the course of my years and actually my experience of tens of thousands of hours talking to sellers and locking up 30, 40, 50, even $100,000 wholesaling deals, I know exactly the differences between me actually closing that deal and not. So before we get into it, before I give you $5,000 of real estate wholesaling acquisitions, mastermind, event, guru content, like this is like a 2-day seminar, like just condensed into this video. If you can just do me a favor and smash that like button and subscribe, helps YouTube algorithm so my videos get shown to more people, so we don't have to pay gurus money to learn wholesaling real estate. Wholesaling is just like learning a language. You don't need to pay to learn it. It's free. There's so many free things to do from it, and eventually everyone's gonna be doing this stuff for free. So I'm here on a mission to help you make your first $100,000 in real estate wholesaling for free. So let's get into it. The top 7 ways to increase your closing rate. So number 1, out of the gate here, you need to ask more questions. You guys are not asking enough questions for your sellers, and it's not really asking questions more or less on learning about the property or about them. Now, yes, of course we care about the seller and we care about what they want, but really the asking of the questions part is for the seller. Yes, psychologically, when the seller gets to talk more to you and they start answering more questions, they feel like they've built more of a connection with you than with you not even talking to them at all. You just being a listener in there and actually actively listening to that seller will make them connect with you so much better than if you never asked the questions. Some questions to ask is, hey, what's the story on this bobblehead here? Hey, what's the story on the roof? What's the story on the landscaping? Wow, do you like bougainvillea flowers? Because you saw that type of flower outside. Building a little connection piece like that by just asking questions will rant into more and more stories. You'll learn more of their interest and really build a true connection with the seller so you can help them out in their real estate wholesaling. Number 2 here, sort of like the last one, but a little different, is actually building rapport with your sellers. And really building rapport with your sellers is one of the most important parts of closing a deal. The difference between you locking up a killer contract versus not doing one is that rapport built. The difference between me getting my really good deals versus deals that just never really panned out when I started out was I just wasn't building rapport the right way. You really need to start actually building true connections and really helping out the sellers with their problem while building a good connection with them. Now, there's some really nuanced things you can do. In a 2-day seminar, you're gonna learn the same exact things I'm saying. Like, one example I can give you here is actually mirroring your sellers. What do I mean by mirroring your sellers? Mirroring your sellers is basically being a chameleon. Be an exact mirror of your seller. What I mean by this is if I'm talking to you and I'm like, hey, yes, this is my house. How's it going? They're very calm, kind of like not depressed, but like a very like little mopey. You're going to have to mirror that a little much. So I won't be in a more excited mood. I'd be like, oh, okay. Yeah, this seems like an interesting property. Like if I do that, they will be like, wow. Psychologically, they're going to think, wow, I like this guy. I don't know why, but I can't put my finger on it, but he seems like a pretty cool dude. Now, the reason why people do that is because people like themselves. That is 100% true. So if you're like that person's going to think that they're like you, and that means they'll like you better, which will build more of a connection. They'll feel more comfortable. They can share more things with you, which will actually help build more of a connection with them. And in essence, it'll help you get your real estate wholesaling deal. Number 3 here, do not say the price first. I cannot say this enough. Saying the price will destroy the leverage you have in the negotiation part of real estate wholesaling. The negotiation is very important here, but it's not the cure-all, be-all solution for closing real estate wholesaling deals. But really not saying the price first helps you so much. The reason why I constantly say this is because when I started out in real estate wholesaling, every deal I got over 30 grand when I was at 17, 18 years old was because I never said the price first. if you can, do not say the price first. You will be so shocked by some of your sellers on how low their price would be so much lower than you'd even ever expect or offer at all. And you'll make so much more profit. So I can just tell you right now, if you want to get these killer real estate wholesaling deals, do not say the price first. Number 4 here, you need to be calm, almost uninterested on your real estate wholesaling appointments. Now, this is kind of a little weird. Why are we doing this? One analogy I can give you is if you love dogs. So I love dogs. And the one thing I know about dogs is if you run after a dog, usually in a field or something that, you know, they're good, nice dog. They're not going to bite you. They're very, very sweet. If you run after a dog like that, they're going to run away. They think it's a game. Okay, we're going to run away. This person's interested. I'm getting away. Now, if you run away from a dog, the dog's going to chase you. So, in essence, if you go after a seller and it seems like that you're very interested in buying their property, they're going to imagine their property is worth probably more than they would imagine it. Now, if I go on the property and I act like, I don't know if I can really do this. I mean, just there's so much problems with that. This is probably not even like worth my time. Just list it with a realtor. That almost always be leaving strategy right there will help you so much. The seller is going to, like a dog. Now, I'm not calling sellers dogs here, but they're going to be chasing after you. Be like, no, Zach, I need you to buy this property. It'll give you such great prices on your real estate wholesaling deals. It will absolutely be a game changer for your real estate wholesaling business. Number 5 here is don't say the word contracts on your appointments. No. Now, between you and me, we're having a personal conversation here, so we could say contracts here and there, but when you're talking to a seller, don't say contract. Say paperwork. It is just a little psychological trigger. Contract seems very legal. Contract seems a lot more stressful, a lot more like final decision. You will lose some deals. People will think, you know what, I got to think about this. Let me give it a couple days. Now, if you're in a negotiation there and you're trying to close the deal out that day, probably you won't be able to do it if you keep saying the word contract. So I like to use the word paperwork. It's a lot more casual. It's a lot more, hey, you and me are friends here than the word contract. So don't say the word contract. Also, tip on contract, because I love going on tangents all the time for real estate wholesaling. You should pre-fill your contracts if you're going to go meet a seller. Now, if I'm going to go meet the seller, what I do in my contract, there's not really a lot of lines there to actually fill out. Of course, the price, earnest money deposit, inspection period, I do leave that blank. You know, from there, I'll leave those blank, but everything else, the seller's information, the legal description, basically the terms, everything is pre-filled. So all the seller really has to do is I got to put the price there, put the deposit, and then sign. That's it. It's really simple and it makes the process so much easier and smooth so we can get the deal closed as soon as possible. Nothing is more sad and depressing than you get the pen to paper and the seller says, you know what, I need a lawyer to look at this, or you know what, let me think about it for a couple of days, and then they go to someone else. That is just so sad. So that's one way where you can actually get your deals closed. Number 6 here is going to be a shocking revelation for a lot of you guys and gals watching this, but legitimately caring about your seller and trying to actually help them in selling their property and actually giving them a solution to their problem will close more deals than any sales tactic or any cool Jordan Belfort type straight line sales system or Grant Cardone seminar. Like, I'm telling you right now, those sales guys are great, but actually legitimately caring about your seller, showing actual empathy will really get you these deals done, and caring about their situations and actually trying to help these people out. Doing that, now it might not seem like the cool business type dude to think, but actually showing empathy and care, like just do that in real life and you'll see huge benefits in your life. But doing that with your sellers will do a huge benefit in your real estate wholesaling business. I cannot say that enough. Trying to find a solution, usually a win-win, that'll help you and help them, will help you so much for real estate wholesaling, and will actually help you close deals. And legitimately, when it comes down to it, when a seller's thinking about if they should go with you or someone else, having the person that spent the extra 30 minutes talking to you about your dog or something that you loved or a hobby or, you know, a really stressful situation in your life and really connecting with that, they would go with you, and eventually you'll get 10, 20, 30 more deals every single year that will just help you out just because you're a good human being and you're actually caring and trying to help your sellers out with their problem. Number 7 here. This is huge. This is one of the biggest ones. If you guys have a notebook right now, grab the notebook. grab the pen, grab the paper, write it down right now, okay? Confidence. That is it. Confidence. Having confidence when talking to your seller, being on the appointment, being on the phone for a virtual wholesaling, for example, having the confidence to actually talk to a seller and have 100% certainty that you can help your seller out in real estate wholesaling and actually help them sell their property will give you the deal almost every single time. Having an unwavering confidence in your ability to help a seller out and actually get a deal done will be one of the most defining factors if you actually make it or not in real estate wholesaling, or you're a good salesperson when it comes to negotiating with real estate with your motivated sellers. So what are some tips I can give you to actually get confidence? Now, the easiest way to get confidence is with experience. And this isn't the most fun or exciting thing to say, but it's the truth. The more experience you put in actually talking to your sellers gives you more confidence in return because you just have more experience for it. It's like any skill. It's like learning Spanish. The more you learn Spanish, the more confident you are talking it. The more you do weightlifting, you might be able to lift 10 pounds 1 month, and then 2 months later you can lift 15 pounds and then 20 pounds. You just get stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger at it, just like in your negotiation process or your real estate wholesaling, your confidence. The more deals you do, the more confidence you're obviously going to get. But really the way to get confidence when you haven't done any real estate wholesaling deals, think about it. Why would you not have confidence? If you're watching this content from me right now, and this is like $5,000 worth of real estate wholesaling guru, coach, mentorship absolutely for free. You have every single tool in front of you to help a motivated seller out. I do free Zooms every Friday. So if you have a problem, you can go talk to me and use my confidence. So think about it. When you're talking to a seller, no, you know what? I can DM Zach on Instagram and he'll help me out. Exactly. I answer all my DMs personally. I will actually personally DM you guys. So have the confidence that I'll help you out even if no one else will. So if you could think that you have the confidence that I will help you out, that should give you the confidence to close your real estate wholesaling deals. So that is it, guys. That is my 7 hacks to increase your closing rate for real estate wholesaling. I really hope you got some value out of this video today. And if you did, remember, smash that like button and subscribe, and comment below some hacks that you guys use to close your real estate wholesaling deals. I'm very curious. I could have done a 5-hour rant on this because this is literally one of my big passions, is actually increasing your closing rates just a slight bit so you can get an extra 3, 4, 5 deals per year, and that'll pay for all your marketing. So I really appreciate you guys watching this content. Thank you guys so much and have a blessed day.